Push a man, put your hand on my thigh. I need chills up and down my spine. Baby, can you get me high? Push a man, put your hand on my.
Hello there, this is Rom Wills, author of Nice Guys and Players Becoming the Man Women Want, and its follow-up, Sexual Chemistry, Nice Guys and Players Level 2. Both of them are on Kindle, and you can find out more information if you check out my website, www.romwills.com, and you'll find the links to everything down in the information box. Oh man, today's subject. It's something you see all the time. It's something you see all the time, and this video will be called Average Looking Men and Very Beautiful Women. Average looking men and very beautiful women. And as I said, it's something you see all the time. You know, you see that real fine woman walking down the street. I mean she got it going on, whatever you like. You know, got the face, hair is right, got that nice tight dress or jeans or whatever, got that killer body. Or, you know, she could be wearing that sundress. Y'all fellas know about that sundress, right? Yeah. Or, you know, she's just beautiful, fine, extremely. And she walking next to some dude who's like, you like, huh? What's going on there? What's going on with that? Because the dude look average. I mean, they look very mismatched. I mean, she's looking like a goddess, and dude looking like, you know, they could be doing, I don't know, Revival of Beauty and the Beast or something. It's like, no, I ain't gonna say the dude ugly, but he average looking. They look mismatched, and you're thinking, how is this happening? See, when most men, especially on the internet or YouTube or whatever, when they're talking about relationships and who gets which type of men get women, there's two general schools of thought. You know, there's the LMS school, which is looks, money, or status. And then there's the game school. Now, according to that LMS school, this dude shouldn't be getting that woman unless he got a lot of money in his pockets. And, you know, he's obviously, if he's average looking, well, he ain't passing that looks test. And, you know, you might think, well, maybe he has some money, but then you're looking at his clothes, his shoes are like, look like they got from a discount store. You know, he's wearing some like cheap watch, and his clothes might be even just, well, let's just say a whack. So it's like, oh, well, he don't look like he had money or status. And then, there are those in the game school. Now, the game school, they're very interesting, because the game school, they're like, well, he must have used some type of game to get it. He must have ran, this or that, insulted her or something, broke her down, or, he did some pimp shit on her. And I'm going to tell you the truth. There's arguments for both sides, but in the final analysis, you have to think about something. One, the men in this culture that really follow that looks, money, and status thing is not that large. It really isn't. Or the men who follow the game thing, whether it's the pickup artists or the pimps, it's not that large. What you have is a lot of men out there, a lot of average looking men who are able to really get into quality relationships with extremely beautiful women. And they don't know anything about all of this. In fact, when I've talked to like several average looking men, and it's hard to judge sometimes, but you get kind of an idea, who could probably make money as a model or something. And you look at somebody and they maybe a good 20 pounds overweight, or they're not that tall, they're not at that like 6'4" thing. It's like, oh, okay, they're average. Nothing wrong with average. I mean, most of us are average. But you're looking at them like, well, how do you get this fine woman? And, of course, there's the Ron Will school, which says, nah, he's just got some sex appeal or something. Now, when we talk about sexuality, and I talk a lot about that, my videos and books, it talks a lot about just getting that physical thing together, just getting the body together, just appealing to a woman on a carnal side. And, looks matter. The physical appearance matters. Many women will choose a man initially just based off of looks. There's nothing wrong with that. But it takes a little bit more. See, one of the things I talk about in both of my books, especially in Nice Guys and Players, I don't talk about as much in sexual chemistry, but I do allude to it a lot. And that's the mental aspect. You see, women have two sexual drives. They have the carnal drive, which is satisfied by a man physically. That's that man they want that's a certain height, a certain body build, look a certain way, smell a certain way, sound a certain way. That's that physical thing. But women, men as well, but we'll focus on the women for now, have a second drive, which is more, it's spiritual. And it's not spiritual in a religious sense, but more intangible. You can't really see it, but it's there. So women, really to be satisfied, have to be satisfied not just on a physical level, but a spiritual level, a mental level, so to speak. Now, when you see situations where an extremely beautiful woman is with an average looking man, it's not always about he has some money. It's not always about he ran some game. It's probably neither one of them. What it is, there was something about that man that attracted the woman mentally, emotionally. It was something in his character. See, one of the things that many men especially forget about with these beautiful women is that they have personalities. They have values. They have religious systems that they follow. They have hobbies that they like. They have their dislikes. They have their likes. They have their quirks. Oh yeah, they especially have their quirks. A lot of times when men are looking at these very beautiful women, they just see the outer beauty. They don't know what's going on inside. What happens is this. When a woman meets a man, now like I said, I'm not going to fake like looks don't matter. But she meets a man and, he looks good. He fulfills her criteria. She's turned on. She's getting wet and everything. All of a sudden, it's like fine. All right, they meet. They exchange numbers. And then they go out on a date. Boom, nothing happens. That's because at that point, she's looking for the second thing. She's looking to be stimulated mentally. And a lot of guys don't do that. Indeed, a lot of guys who focus on, they'll focus on getting their bodies right and everything, but don't have anything to talk about. They don't have, they don't have that mental thing going on. Their personalities don't click with the women. And what's happened is when you see a very beautiful woman with that average man, and especially if she's happy, he doesn't have any money, he doesn't have any status, he doesn't have like above average looks, he probably looks good enough, or as women like to say, he's sexy in his own way, which is code for, he don't look like all that, but I'm gonna ride him all night. That's how women think. What it is something in that man's personality, his character, which they're attracted to. And it could be anything. It could be that he's a driven man. It could be he's a courageous man. It could be he's funny. I mean, a lot of studies have said that laughter turns on women. This dude might look average, but he got her laughing all the time. It could be a guy who cares about his family. Let me share a story about myself. There was this woman I met way back in the 90s. Very attractive, like super attractive, right? And back then, early 90s, I thought I had it going on. I had my little degrees, had a future planned out. I was in the tip-top shape. And this woman didn't care about none of that. In fact, she actually half jokingly said to me, she said if we had kids, her looks would have to carry us through. I was like, oh man. Like I said, half jokingly. So I was like, dang, she let me know how she really felt about me. But she said she liked me. She said she liked me because I always went to the store for my grandmother, and I worked with kids. Because the thing she valued in me was that I was family orientated. Because that was what was important to her. Now, a guy coming at her with money, that didn't matter. Because she, she was that type, made her own money. She didn't really care. And she wasn't flashy or anything. Her goal in life was to be a happy housewife. So, that's what she was going to look for in a man. Now, she might have met some, like, Adonis, some male model Adonis, but that male model Adonis wasn't on some, I'm trying to have a family and a nice family life and have those, like, cookouts every other weekend or something. She wasn't going for it. And, and then it was another lady I dated, too. Remember we went on a date, we about to eat. She was like looking at me like, say grace. I was like, Grace? Oh, man. And the thing was, she was a very beautiful woman. She actually appeared in a couple of men's magazines in the early 90s. Her thing was the man needed to be right with God for her. So, she had the beauty. So when she met when she met a man or dealt with a man, it didn't matter what he looked like. He had to be right. And it's different things. It's different things with different women. And see, a lot of average looking men, they get caught up in thinking, oh, I can't get this beautiful woman. No. You don't really know what she really wants, because it might be something in your character, that makes her attracted to you. And you might be just what she ordered. So, and wow. Look at this. So anyway, that's one of the things I would say. Yes, develop your physical appearance. I preach that in all of my books. I preach that in my blogs. But you also have to develop your character, develop your personality. Understand. Don't think you have to like run a game to get a woman. These women, they have personalities. They have a certain type that they're looking for, not just physically, but also mentally. And you might be that man. So, like I said, I just wanted to make that nice and quick. Check out my website, www.romwills.com. And, I'll get back with y'all later. So, I'll let y'all bams. Peace.
Push 'em man, put your hand on my thigh. I need chills up and down my spine. Baby, can you get me high? Push 'em man,